Hey guys, Mitchell here with a starter's guide to playing Bayonetta in Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U or 3DS. Now, just like my Mortal Kombat guides, this video is aimed at teaching newcomers some of the essentials of playing as Bayonetta in Smash Bros. So, if you're looking for some super advanced tech, you probably won't find that here. That being said, hopefully I can help some people out there looking to pick up Bayonetta because she really is one of a kind in Smash Bros. And a hell of a lot of fun to play once you get her unique moveset down. So first, let's take an overall look at what makes Bayonetta so unique. First off, she retains the ability to extend her combos. Holding down the A button will cause Bayo to shoot off a whole bunch of shots, adding on little bits of damage, similar to Fox's laser. It's a cool feature and it's a nice throwback to the games, but in most cases, you're probably going to want to stick to the regular combos. And combos really are the name of the game when playing as Bayonetta. She excels at dealing out huge amounts of damage through flashy air combos, which is one of the reasons why she's got such a high learning curve. If you don't know the combos, you're going to be struggling to get that damage up. Fortunately, that's what I'm here for. But before we get to that, let's go over her moves, starting with her amazing normals. I'm not going to go over it each time, but just remember that Bayonetta can extend the hits of each combo by holding down the A button. As far as jab combos go, Bayonetta's is pretty damn good. Solid damage, good range, and even some solid knockback once that percentage starts to get high. Her forward A tilt is another combo that actually ends with a launcher that you can sometimes follow up with either an up B or an aerial forward B to get a combo started. Bayonetta's height comes into great use as this down tilt has exceptional range and is excellent at popping the opponent up for an aerial combo. Bayonetta's up tilt is mostly used for combo links, but it does that job well. It's a great move to use after a successful heel slide at low percentages to add on a bit of extra damage. Her dash attack is kind of weird, and I'm honestly not the biggest fan. She'll actually stop her momentum at the startup of the attack, then do a little rush forward. It can't really kill, it's kind of slow, but on the positive side, it travels a long distance. Bayonetta's smash attacks are all pretty straightforward. Big old punch or stomp in whatever direction you're pressing. They have enormous power, but they are pretty slow as far as smash attacks go, and you can almost certainly expect to eat a punish if it's blocked. Up smash is fantastic, however, at hitting enemies through platforms, and the down smash is godlike when it comes to safely edgeguarding opponents due to its ability to spike enemies. Moving on to aerial attacks. A solid approach option, but make sure to note that the range is deceptively short. In order to hit reliably, you need to actually jump on the opponent. The legs can sometimes whiff. A multi-hitting aerial attack that is extremely unique in that if one of the hits land, it will actually stop Bayonetta from falling and cause her to follow her opponent to continue the combo. The last hit has some KO power, but be careful about chasing opponents off the stage with this. Bayonetta has a great recovery, but it's very conditional and can be tricky to keep track of if you're focusing on chasing your opponent off the stage. There's a bit of startup on the back air, but it has fantastic killing power. It's also a great way to punctuate an aerial combo. This move is absolutely ridiculous. Not only does it have insane KO power when used against an enemy on the ground, but it can also be used to spike an enemy and will still allow Bayonetta to recover if you're quick enough to jump out of it. Bayonetta's aerial down A is one of her most reliable kill moves, and it should always be on your mind when your opponent is at 80% or higher. At first glance, Bayonetta's up air may seem like a standard flip kick, but it actually has a very unique property that suits her moveset very well. The kick actually begins its arc behind her rather than in front. This actually makes the move a lot more effective since you'll often be using it in juggle combos after an afterburner kick. As for throws, at low to mid percents, in my opinion the up throw is the way to go. It will set opponents up for some devastating aerial combos that can reliably net as much as 40%. At higher percentages, you may want to consider using the forward throw to get an enemy off the stage and see if you can't spike them with the down smash or follow them up with a down air. The down throw also sets up the opponent for combos at low percentages, but it's really a matter of preference. I personally like the up throw a little bit better. The back throw kind of pales in comparison in strength to the forward throw and doesn't really set up any combos any more reliably than the up or down throw. Now, let's get into the meat of this, Bayonetta's special moves. Bayonetta's B attack causes her to fire her guns in a slightly upward trajectory, which makes it almost completely ineffective against short characters like Jigglypuff, Kirby, and the like, but a complete and utter pain in the ass against larger characters. Each shot will stop an enemy dead in their tracks, making it extremely valuable against large enemies that are dashing in. You can also charge up the shots to make the first few bullets extra powerful. Bayonetta Side B is one of the most unique special attacks in the game. When used on the ground, the heel slide will slide Bayonetta across the floor under many projectiles, mind you, and knock the opponent up into the air when you hit. If you hold down the B button, Bayonetta will finish the slide off with a kick that will knock the enemy straight up, giving you an easy option to follow up into her up B. This is one of Bayonetta's best moves, and will be your go-to when you need to punish someone who is a bit of a distance away. In the air, the move changes completely and has some very special properties. It becomes the afterburner kick, which gives Bayonetta some additional horizontal recovery options, as well as some really flashy combo linkers. Typically, you can only use one afterburner kick until you touch the ground again, but if you manage to land the first one, you'll be able to use another one. You can also aim the kick downwards by pressing down before hitting side B. Witch time puts Bayonetta into essentially a counter stance. Only if she gets hit, the time will slow down for the person who attacked, allowing Bayonetta to get in some free smash attacks. This move is insanely strong, and the actual counter stance itself is less punishable than most counterattacks. But be aware that if you start spamming the move, the duration of the slow will be too short to do anything with it. Witch Twist serves a dual purpose as both a combo extender and as Bayonetta's main method of vertical recovery. Note that it can be used twice if you're able to use it before and after your double jump. Playing Bayonetta at first is a little bit confusing due to not knowing the rules of her comeback maneuvers. What you need to remember is that you can up B twice, once before and once after your double jump, and you can only use forward B once, unless you manage to hit an enemy with it, in which case you can use it twice. When you're recovering, chances are you'll only be able to rely on 2 witch twists and 1 afterburner kick. Also note that Bayonetta has the unique ability Bat Within, which allows her to mitigate damage and do a mini teleport if you manage to press the shield button right as you're being hit. Bat Within will also activate if you use Witch Time but are just outside the timing zone to trigger the slow motion. Now let's talk bread and butter combos. You can do some cool things with Bayonetta's arsenal of attacks, but for the sake of this being a starter's guide, we're going to keep it relatively simple. Up throw, witch twist, afterburner kick, back air. That is your most simple bread and butter combo that also happens to be incredibly effective. It can also be used pretty reliably from 0 to about 40%. Other variations include heel slide, hold B, witch twist, afterburner kick, back air. And just to give you a taste of how fancy you can get, here's a much more advanced combo for you to practice. Heel slide, hold B, witch twist, afterburner kick, up A, jump, up A, witch twist, up A. And those are kind of the foundation building blocks for Bayonetta. As I said before, she's a really fun character and totally unlike any other character in Smash so far. Thanks for watching this video, let me know if it was helpful, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.